And good evening. This is Coach Big Pete, and it is finally now time for the deep dish football game of the week between Stevenson and Palatine. Coach Big Pete's final thoughts for the game of the week tomorrow night between Stevenson and Palatine. If you haven't checked out the other videos, please do on YouTube and on deepdishfootball.com. Check out deepdishfootball.com. You will see all of my talking points, what I've stressed about the coaches, all about the players. But now it's time for final thoughts. Can't wait to go to the game tomorrow. Feel free to say hi to me. No problem. I like meeting new people. Simple as that. Let's get it started. And I've said this numerous times, and I'll say this again. You have two young coaches. Well, two still fairly young coaches in Olson and Jorf. Two Jorf, a coach that I have come to know and have a lot of respect for. Unbelievable job at the Great Glacier Clinic. Common sense coach. McNamara steps down. He steps up. I think McNamara is still part of the coaching staff. That shows you the type bond that Stevenson football coaching staff has. My hat's off to that. Next, you have Rick Split, who stepped down from Palatine, and now you have Coach Olson, Minnesota boy from coach at Hoffman Estates, and I'm forgetting one other school that he coached at. But two good young coaches that I've said personally we're going to hear more about later on in the years, and they're going to be hoisting the IHSA state title. I think this could be Palatine's year. I think Stevenson's sort of rebuilding this year, but this is going to make for a good game. There are going to be mistakes, like I said before, mental mistakes, physical mistakes, just mistakes that are made. There's going to be a lot of flags flying. I guarantee you that, but that is all part of week one. Now, let's talk about some of the players. I've talked about Sam Marks from Stevenson, special linebacker. I've talked about Bryant Smith, special rush end. I've talked about both quarterbacks. Great quarterbacks, first full season startings. DJ Angelico, Grayson Cubo, two great guys. Good. Great players with Johnny O'Shea and Myrtle, athletes for Palatine, both D1 players, unbelievable. Johnny O'Shea, best hands in the team and one of the best hands in the state. Great leaping ability, unbelievable. I've talked about Alex Capstick from Stevenson, great wide receiver, a wide receiver that you need to keep a lookout for. Want to make a little bit mention of some of the running game of Stevenson. Watch out for Jordan Vincent, Eli Fishben, and watch out for running back Gene McLean. Again, also going to be wide receivers too. Colin Bowler, linebacker, another linebacker to look out for. It's going to be an interesting match. On Palatine, they have Juarez, offensive lineman. They have another young offensive lineman. I'm never going to pronounce his name because I'll mispronounce it. I'm sorry, man. I do apologize. Cortez Hogan's one of the best guys I know that has not reached his peak of potential, and he has got a large peak for him to hit that he could begin some more major offers. I'm just going to put it out there. He's that good. But this is a game that's going to be featured one thing. This is going to be thing. Can Stevenson stop the run? Can Palatine stop the short passing game? Can Stevenson contain the long passing game? Over 15 yards, over 10 yards, or over 15 yards. Those are the key points that I see. I see the offensive line as a key thing for Palatine. And and what ability as Stevenson can you rush the passer? It depends on how much pressure you're going to put on DJ and how much pressure you're going to be able to put on Grayson Cubo. And let me tell you something right now. From what I saw with DJ, he is cool as a cucumber under pressure. It is unbelievable what I saw. Grayson Cubo, sort of the same too. So it's going to be very interesting what you see. Stevenson's got a lot of graduation players, so you're going to have a great group of players to step up. Palatine, they have a safety on the Palatine thing. Let me get his name. I'm sick and tired of forgetting your name, man. I'm sorry. Tommy Chuchu. Choo Choo. So if I mispronounce your last name, I do. This guy, Tommy Choo Choo, is a key player for Palatine tomorrow. He's going to be key player for Palatine. I also said Orlando from Palatine is also going to be another key player. And Josh Danielson, another one too. Munoz, linebacker. Um, there's one guy I'm forgetting. It's going to kill me. But those guys are key. Literally, these are my final thoughts. It's going to be a good game tomorrow. Like I said, there's going to be mental mistakes. There's going to be a lot of flags. Let's get this game started. Let's get this season started. Um, I think both teams can make the playoffs. It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be one hell of a game. I know Stevenson wants payback for last season. I know Palatine, they're hungry for a state title. Simple as that. So let's get this game started. These are my final thoughts. I'll see you guys tomorrow, Palatine. Should be a fun time. Feel free to introduce yourself. I will say hi. I will also be at the sophomore game too before the varsity game. It should be fun. Thank you so much. If you like what I had to say, please follow Coach Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter and Facebook. Also visit deepdishfootball.com. If you have any questions, email me coachbigpete@gmail.com. If you like what I had to say, please feel free to leave a tip donation on deepdishfootball.com. There's two ways that you can do it. On the right hand section is leave a tip for Coach Big Pete, or also another thing, donations and advertisers. Also, I'm looking for advertisers and sponsors. Feel free to send me information if you want your product or business featured on any videos, website, or anything like that. Thank you so much, and let's get this game started because I'm ready to watch a great game between Stevenson and Palatine. I've seen these kids game film. I've watched the game last year. I just want this. I just want the season to start. And thanks again for all the fans that have voted for Deep Dish Football Game of the Week, being Stevenson at Palatine. It should be fun. Thank you, and have a lovely, lovely night. Let's play football.